Blimey, the 1960s. What a corker of a decade, eh? That electric buzz of Carnaby Street mods scooting about on Lambrettas, the Fab Four harmonizing on the wireless like they'd nicked the crown jewels of pop, and the whole country humming along to a tune of change after the gray post-war sludge. If you're knocking on 40 or 60 or 80, no judgment here, love, you'll recall it as a whirlwind of freedom and folly, mini skirts flipping in the wind, black and white telesets warming up like old friends, and life unspooling without the tyranny of algorithms telling you what to watch next. No doom-scrolling doom and gloom on your iPhone, just the crackle of a Bush radio and the scent of chip fat wafting from the corner shop. For us Brits, it was the end of rationing shadow, the birth of package holidays to Benidorm, and that peculiar mix of stiff upper lip and psychedelic experimentation. The young'uns today, they gawp at it like we're from the Stone Age. No TikTok, no Deliveroo, no Uber for a cheeky pint at the local. But oh, the stories we could tell over a cuppa and a custard cream. We've dug deep into the archives of our collective noggin, and a few dog-eared photo albums gathering dust in the loft, to rustle up 25 slices of 60s nostalgia. Not just the Yank imports like drive-ins and Jell-O horrors. We've laced it with proper British flavor. Think queuing for the ice cream van, dodging the fog on a Raleigh chopper, or the thrill of a Blue Peter badge pinned to your jumper. Each one's a wee yarn to spark a chuckle, a sigh, or a by Jove, I remember that. We'll keep it light with a dash of dry wit, because if life's taught us anything, it's that a good reminisce is better with a pinch of salt and vinegar, if you're from the north. Ready to dust off the Dawnset record player? Let's hop in the Austin, Cambridge, and motor back. No seatbelts required. Winding up your wristwatch. Every morning, the daily tick-tock ritual. Ah, the gentle whir of the crown turning, that satisfying click as the mainspring tightened, like giving your old Austin a kick-start before the school run. In rainy Manchester mornings or misty Devon lanes, it was non-negotiable. No batteries meant no excuses. You'd pop it on over brekkie, feeling the weight like a tiny anchor to the day ahead. None of your solar-powered malarkey. This was hands-on timekeeping, a quiet moment of mindfulness before the wireless news blared about Harold Wilson. Spare a thought for the Omega your dad wore to the pit, built to last. Unlike today's fitness trackers that nag you to move more. What a world when time felt earned, not app-delivered, mastering the art of reading an analog clock, no digital shortcuts, squinting at those ornate hands creeping round the face, deciphering quarter past or half to, like cracking enigma at Bletchley. From the school hall's monster mantelpiece to the mantel over the Rayburn, it was survival skill number. One late for assembly, and you'd cop a slipper from the head. Roman numerals? A bloomin' puzzle till you got the hang. Today's nippers tap their smartwatches and shrug. We plotted train times from Bradshaw's by candlelight, or so it felt. It taught patience, that did. A lesson in the art of waiting, much like queuing for the post office these days. Mums lighting up and sipping a sherry. Through pregnancy, the unfiltered truth core, the sight of your mum in her Liberty print smock, puffing a senior service while supping a baby jam, all glowy and untroubled. Docs in white coats didn't wag fingers. It was carry on, dear, amid the cigarette ads and Woman's Own promising a relaxing smoke for expectant mothers. No kale smoothies or mindfulness apps, just a G&T to steady the nerves after the washing line. Looking back, it's a right eye-opener, but it was the era's normal, like ration books lingering in the larder. Spare a chuckle for the irony. We turned out all right, didn't we? Though perhaps that's why we crave a quiet pint now. Trudging to school solo, books under arm, independence on the cobbles, lacing up your start-right sandals at dawn, slate tucked under one arm, gas mask rucksack, if it was still about, dangling from the other, off you'd trot, rain lashing the pavements. No Ofsted helicopters or parental WhatsApp chains. Siblings might link arms for the crack, swapping tales of last night's top of the pops, that arm ache from juggling dog-eared primers. Character builder extraordinaire. In terraced streets from Liverpool to Luton, it was the daily pilgrimage, dodging prams and pit ponies, arriving windswept but worldly. Beats the school-run snarl-ups, eh? We learned maps before sat-navs even dreamed of it. Nipping to the corner shop for sweets on pocket money, sixpence heaven that jingle of coppers in your pocket as you pushed open the bell-tinkling door of Mr. Patel's. Or was it Cohen's? A halfpenny for a gobstopper, tuppence for a packet of flying saucers. Linger for a Tizer twist or a cornet from the freezer, elbows on the Formica counter while the wireless warbled Alma Cogan. It wasn't shopping. It was sovereignty. Your empire of licorice all sorts. Post-school ritual that tasted of freedom far from today's contactless chaos. Fancy reliving it? Treat yourself to a Spangles, the 60s equivalent of caviar. Learning the lingo of loose change and real wages, pennies from heaven, from nicking a shilling for chores to haggling at the market stall, cash was king. Feel the heft of a half-crown. Count out the farthings for a Freddo bar. No plastic pretending, it was tangible, teachable. That's a florin for your efforts, lad. In austere Britain, every bob saved was a buffer against the milkman's bill. We budgeted like pros, no apps required. Contrast with the kids today waving cards like magic wands. Where's the joy in not hearing the tills ka-ching? Dicing with danger on high-risk toys, sparks fly, lessons stick, Gilbert's chemistry set brewing potions that'd make a wizard wince, or the thing-maker melting plastisol into creepy critters at 180 degrees Celsius. Goggles? Optional. We'd fire up model rockets in the back alley, dodging sparks like mini blitz. Safety Nazis would faint, but it wired us for risk. Mind a Bunsen, or you'll bubble like a cauldron. British winters meant indoor experiments. Summers, bow and arrow larks in the wreck. Built boffins and survivors. Today's bubble wrap existence. A tad too cozy, wearing your scars like medals from the Somme. Battle honors for the playground. A livid graze from a botched Tarzan swing on the washing line. Souvenir from the Somme, you'd boast to mates. Blisters from a rogue soldering iron in Dad's shed. Me Victoria Cross. In the 60s, Britain, a bit of claret was curriculum. No cotton wool parenting, just TCP and rub dirt in it. Those war stories etched in skin told of conquer wars and den-building debacles. Now, every Nixon national incident, we wore 'em proud. Proof you lived a little. Queuing for the weekly flicker at the Odeon, the big screen buzz shilling in fist, joining the snake at the ABC for the Saturday matinee. Queues snaking round the block for Thunderbirds or Carry On Up the Khyber. One screen, one chance. Miss it. Wait weeks for the Granada rental. That hush as the Pearl and Dean ads rolled, then the fanfare. Communal thrill like a cup final. No streaming solitude. It was social cinema with Orange Maid and illicit sherbets. Pure escapism. Who'd trade it for a solo Netflix nod-off? Cruising on a banana seat bike like a mod on the scooter, two-wheeled tonic, the Stellafex chopper, that banana perch and high-rise bars turning cobbled streets into racetracks. Powder blue or racing green, you'd ape the Who, dodging Clipsham's pearly kings. No lycra lunacy, just plimsolls and a wind-lashed duffel coat. Transistor-blasting dusty Springfield. Freedom's wheels for nipping to the paper shop or courting crushes. In rainy Blighty, it was therapy on tarmac. Potholes be damned. Stretching silly putty over the Beano for comic capers, pink paste perfection. That bouncy blob in its egg, slapped on Biffo the Bear for a mirror image lift, instant art heist, stretch to strings, snap to silence, or impress mates with comic transfers. Tied to inky dandy delights, it was DIY Dali without the fuss. We'd hoard 'em in sock drawers, a secret stash of squishy sorcery, faded now with newsprint's demise. But oh, the giggles it sparked, tucking into Swanson TV dinners on tray tables, frozen feast Ferrari foil tray from the coup's freezer, nuked, well, oven zapped, while Z-cars hummed, pie, peas, and a brownie that'd burn your gob. Godsend for shift-working mums, a treat for us with Findus crispy pancakes as backup. Compartmentalized convenience before microwave mania. We'd perch on the buffet, tray balanced like a Lord's Supper. Beats Hello Fresh faff, proper 60s shortcut to scoff. Wobbling through a Jell-O main course, yes, really, gelatine gaffers, quivering quads of calf's foot jelly laced with corned beef and carrot shreds. Mum's surprise salad from the B-Row book, set overnight in the pantry. Savory slop that jiggled like a jelly baby on steroids. We'd prod suspiciously, chase it with angel delight. Retro rubbish now, but it was aspirational. Continental chic on a budget. Fancy a retro revival? Just don't tell the GP. Rooting for the good guys in Gunsmoke or Bonanza. Yeehaw evenings cozy in the front room for Rawhide or the Virginian. Cap guns holstered for post-credits reenactments. Bonanza's Ponderosa and Technicolor. Cue the scramble to Auntie Vise for her new set. We'd mimic Matt Dillon's drawl, turning the coal shed into Dodge City. Westerns weren't escapism, they were export dreams. Cowboys in corduroy, lassos from clothesline. And there you have it, folks. Our first gallop through 14 cracking corners of 60s life. From winding watches to whooping for the Cartwrights in Bonanza. Blimey, doesn't it make you reach for the Horlicks and ponder how we ever survived without sat-navs and safety nets? We've chuckled at the chaos, sighed at the simplicity, and maybe even shed a quiet tear for those banana seat bikes gathering dust in the garage. But hold your horses. We've only scratched the surface of this swinging decade. There's more where that came from. From your first proper wage packet, a king's ransom in silver, to bouncing on pogo sticks till your knees knocked, and all the way to Beatlemania bedlam and duck and cover drills that had us hiding under desks like it was the Blitz all over again. If these tales tugged at your heartstrings or sparked a "I remember that moment" over your morning cuppa, give us a like. Drop a comment with your top 60s yarn. Was it the moon landing magic or a sneaky spangled stash? And smash that subscribe button so you don't miss a beat. Part 2's coming hot on the heels. We'll saddle up for the next 36 gems, diving deeper into the daft, the daring, and the downright daffy side of the swinging 60s. Ta-ra for now. Keep calm and carry on reminiscing. See you on the flip side.